everybody. You guys know what it is, Gyant. I have a very special guest in the building. She needs no introduction after having no introduction whatsoever. After having a trailblazing career in radio for more than 25 years, she is now branching off into television with one of the most popular daytime TV shows in quite some time. She's on the cover of Jet magazine. She's being invited to White Houses. She's doing it big like no one else can ever do. One of my heroes in the industry. She needs no special introduction. It's Miss Wendy Williams.
How you doing? How you doing? Hi, everyone.
How are you?
That's a nice introduction.
I try. You know, we've met so much a few times over the years.
You were SOHH.
SOHH.
And you used to come and visit me at the radio station in New York.
Yes, a huge fan. You know, you know our story.
And very consistent.
Try to be. Love you, support you.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of everything you're doing.
Yeah. How's the show going to you? Good.
The show is going great. You know, the one thing I gotta say, it's so fun. I'm watching you become more and more comfortable in front of the television.
I am.
And when you first walked in, you're doing it. It seems natural to you now.
It seemed natural from the beginning.
Yeah.
I guess it just took a moment for it to translate, but it's good. We've been renewed to 2012.
Oh, how about that?
And so, you know, hopefully we'll just polish and get better, and then at that time we'll go even further.
Now, when this airs, Mother's Day will have already passed, but I saw your show today. Your mother was on the show with you.
As the co-host.
Yes, as a co-host.
Yeah.
First of all, what does that feel like?
That's probably the best Mother's Day gift that I could give her, which is exactly what I did give her, you know, which saved me some money with the recession and everything. But, you know, I mean, who thinks of that? Who grows up and thinks of it and then it actually happens? I didn't think to be a talk show host to begin with. I wanted to be in radio. And prior to radio, I wanted to be a newscaster. So, you know, radio, you know, I spent almost 25 years in radio, and I just retired in August of last year. And I was inducted into the National Radio Hall of Fame, and I thought that was a great way to go out.
Absolutely.
But, you know, I had to choose between the two. Radio was my first love, but, you know, I couldn't do that and concentrate on TV, which is a brand new, it's a brand new industry. Even though radio and TV seem the same, yeah, you might.
But they're very different.
But they're very different.
Very different.
And so to respect the game, I had to pay attention to it.
I love
you know, and it only. And so far, so good, Gyant.
So
I think.
I mean, come on, your ratings, you said you got renewed, your ratings are through the roof. Tell me one thing, what has been the most challenging thing going from radio to TV?
I am a storyteller.
Okay.
And in other words, I'm used to being on 4 or 5 hours a day and getting my point across, or interviewing, you know, one of my favorite celebrities or something like that. And a 1 hour show is only 44 minutes of programming, you know, and that's across the board, which means that my interviews, you know, Lionel Richie's on and I've got 7 minutes to talk to Joan Rivers. All the questions I have for Patti LaBelle and Cher.
Yes, yes.
Are you kidding me?
Not enough time.
It's not enough time. So therefore I have to get to the point, and that's hard for a storyteller with dramatic effect and dimming eyes and swirling hands.
And all of that.
Yes. And on the show, I love that we can laugh and we can cry and we can talk about people and we can talk about one another and then go home. I love it. It's my oasis too. It's mine too.
Now you are a New York niece, so we know that you love New York City.
Yeah.
New York City is your home.
Yeah.
What is it about Atlanta that you like so much?
Miss Mary's Tea Room, Mary Mac's Tea Room.
On Ponds.
That was my first stop when we got off the plane.
Are you serious?
You know I'm a foodie.
What? Me too.
And I lick my fingers with the hot sauce.
Oh my God! The biscuit, the bread,
the pot
bread,
liquor.
the pot liquor. Just disgusting. You know, and it's so interesting because you know I've connected with you on so many levels. I'm a foodie like you.
Yeah.
I'm loud and all of that in a big package
I'm not
like
loud.
you.
Don't say that.
Well, I don't mean loud as in loud. Your voice carries. How about that? Your voice carries.
I always think of that as being horrible, but
Really?
it really carries because I find myself in hollow places. Again, here, the ceilings are high, the chandeliers are low. There's very little furniture. Hello.
What other spots do you? Well, you can't tell me a spot. Well, yeah, because it's not live. What other spots do you like to visit in Atlanta?
I like to visit Fox. I like to make sure the business is getting done.
I love it.
Yes.
Yes.
And they are very nice to me over there because you all are very nice. Thank you so much. Have you ever seen Fox from the outside here?
Yeah, it's right there off of Peachtree Street.
Well, you know, being, you know, used to all things New York, our buildings go up.
Yes,
You
not
know,
here.
many folks. It's a mansion.
Yes.
It's gorgeous.
Yes.
It's got beautiful Gone with the Wind columns.
Fox News is killing it right now.
When you open the front doors, there's a sweeping stairway. It's like Candy Spelling's house out in California. She was on the show.
I know. I watch the show every morning.
Thank you.
I tweet from my bed every morning about what this, what that. You know, and speaking of twittering, because as being a fan, I know that you are not at all a computer person.
Yeah.
But we are in such a social media craze right now.
I know how to get
Twitter,
to my website and do what I have to do to stay connected to my people.
But now, how are you dealing with the social media craze?
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No.
Okay. But you're,
no. I am a verbal person, and so the idea of twittering to people and even texting with the phones is beyond me.
I'm like, yeah.
You know, I like to talk to people, and I'm also not scared to curse somebody out or something like that. We keep mentioning that. Why does that theme keep coming up? I don't know. I just don't want to I don't want my smile to be mistaken for a get over, and I think that people get over when they email that they can't stand you, or
I agree.
the sex was whack and I'm breaking up with you, or something like that. Like, you know.
I have a rule. I have a 2-text rule. I'll text you once, twice. After that, I'm done. Like, it's not going to be a conversational. You know what I'm saying? Because there was some time when you can't talk on the phone. Fine, what do you need? But when it comes to having a long, extended conversation on the phone, I can't do it.
I
need to talk.
And I don't think that people need to know where you are all the time. But what do you think about the clothes and the wigs and the shoes and the stuff on the show?
I think that you're loving it.
I am.
I think that you are loving it.
Yeah, I have hits and I have misses, and it's all fun.
Because you know the yellow, you know, or was it with the yellow with the hair that people were criticizing? You came out the next day saying, "I don't care. I loved it. You liked it, and that's all that matters."
The wig. I'm not really much of a redhead though. That's why you haven't seen me wear it. It really had nothing to do with the style or what you had to say. I'm not much of a redhead, and it was a reddish hue. We play with colors.
I love it. You're so transparent. One of the things that your book...
Not really. I let you know what I think that you need to know. Trust.
Like Twitter.
You'd be a fool to let everybody... You've got to keep something for yourself and a life to yourself. And you know, we laugh and we have a good time. But when I am Mrs. Hunter or when I'm Wendy Hunter, that's a private life. Wendy Williams is, you know, my showgirl name. My son gets it. My husband gets it. You know, the people in my inner circle get it. My mother and father. One
of the things I find so interesting about you, because I've learned so much about you in terms of what I'm doing for myself. I tell you, Wendy, you know, you're the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. I used to listen to you on the radio in my corporate office. I'm 30. I'm 30 years old. Just turned 30 years old.
Okay.
Now, I was listening to you.
So I've like raised you.
Pretty much, absolutely. I'm from Lakewood, New Jersey. You're from Ocean Township.
Yeah.
You know, we had a conversation, and then I used to literally be listening to you on the radio at my office.
Where would you listen? At Hot, and then would you ever listen to
Power
Kiss?
99.
Oh wow. Okay.
Power 99, and because I listened to you on Hot on the radio.
Okay.
Then I listened to you Power 99 online. Then you went to WLS, and I just remember one day I walked away from corporate America. Walked away from it. I said I want to do what she's doing.
What a fool.
Oh no!
This is such a risky business.
It is such a risk.
Good for you.
You know what? One of the things I feel like what is meant to be is meant to be. And look at me now. You know, now I have, you know, Comcast On Demand show. I have a hot blog, and I'm doing what I love to do every morning.
And like I said before, and you're consistent.
I try to be.
It's good.
Thank you so much. Okay, well, my last question to you is, looking back on, I always ask all my guests
so
this.
Cute.
I ask my guests all this. If you could go back and tell your younger self three things about yourself to not change or worry about, what would they be?
Don't worry about your weight. You're going to be fine.
Yes. Okay.
Don't worry about boyfriends. He's coming, and it's going to be good.
Love it.
Don't worry about losing your parents. They're going to see you hit your biggest career stride and your biggest personal stride.
Awesome.
You know, you think about things like that with your parents. I hope my mom and dad see me get married, have my child, or have children, or get my life together, you know, or finally see why sleeping on the turnpike as opposed to their house, you know, getting bawled out about a career that they know nothing about, radio. I'd rather sleep in the car in a rest stop. So they've seen it come. So those would be the three things I tell myself. Don't worry about the weight, don't worry about love, and don't worry about my parents. They will come around.
Well, listen,
because I'll come around.
I will not let you waste any more of this beauty on me. Let's go out here and give the Atlanta boys and girls all the attention in the world. I want to thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
You guys know what it is. Gyant Unplugged, Miss Wendy Williams. It was definitely a pleasure.
Thank you, Gyant.
Oh, and we're out. Thank you.
You're welcome.
How'd I do?
You did good.
You sure?
You did
good.
Okay, good.